That's indeed what I'm doing. So if you're on Facebook or everything, welcome. Welcome to Spirit 360 Fellowship. I'm T.S. Hall, the Stoic Medium, and I'll be leading your service today. Spirit 360 Fellowship is an independent spiritualist church, which means that we adhere to whatever we find works. We happen to believe in reincarnation, which is not a typical Spiritualist Association belief. We do a Buddhistic form of meditation called Zazen meditation, complete silence of the mind, and we focus more on your highest and best good than we do connecting you with your friends and loved ones on the other side. So that's what we're up to today. Our agenda is quite simple. We will meditate. It'll be a 10-minute stillness meditation practice, followed by a guided healing visualization. Then we'll have a brief overview of our online lesson that we published earlier today and a couple of announcements. Then we will do an absence healing service. In our absence healing service, we can send healing energy to 3 of our friends and loved ones. Then we will offer messages to each person who's joined us on Zoom. If you're just now tuning in and you want to join us on Zoom, you can go to Spirit 360 Fellowship and click the get your invite button, and you should be able to join us before we're done. The service will last just about an hour. So that's what's on the agenda. So get yourself comfortable, and we will do our stillness meditation. Our stillness meditation practice is a practice that we found that clears your mind most quickly so that you can connect with your spirit guides and teachers, connect with your own intuitive knowing, and connect with your own ability to heal your body. So it clears the blackboard of the mind very quickly in a disciplined fashion. So we do 5 minutes of focused concentration. So I'm going to ask you to hold a spot in your mind's eye for 5 minutes. Second bell will go off, and then we're going to let go of the spot and the image, and we're going to drift down to silence or no thought. If you're like me and you don't see images visually, you want to pretend or just know the spot's there. I haven't seen the spot in 30 years. I just know it's there, and it works perfectly well. So with that, if you know Reverend Bradley's request, please say it along. If not, listen to the words and allow it to set the intention for your meditation. Pardon me. Then as soon as you hear the first bell, hold the image in your mind's eye of an abstract spot. Open, O blessed Spirit, the spiritual eyes of my soul, that I may be released from the darkness overspreading me by the delusions of the outward senses, that I may perceive and understand those things spiritual. Release your image and drift down to silence, absence of thought. complete your meditation. As you complete your meditation, allow yourself to remain in a quiet place of receptivity, a place of thinking tranquility, a place I like to call the eye of the storm, where the chaos of the world outside of you is at arm's length, and any chaos within, with your thinking, with your emotions, with your mindset or beliefs, is at calm, quiet, a place where you see things as they really are and have direct access to your intuitive knowing, your spirit self, that part of you that transcends the life of this physical body. Very good. We will now do a guided healing visualization. And the intention for this visualization is to clean up and to restore the vital energy of your spirit body, to remove any disharmony, any vibrations that you do not wish to have within your awareness. From first your spirit body, which then in turn reminds your physical body of what health, harmony, complete peace of mind and well-being is like. Allow yourself to take a breath, and as you take a breath, I want you to see an idyllic version of yourself, perfect health, perfect harmony in your physical body. Very good. Above your head, I want you to imagine or see or know that there is a brilliant white healing luminescence above your head. It's floating there like a cloud. If you were to open your eyes and look at it, your physical eyes would want to squint, maybe even tear, because the healing vibration, the healing whiteness, the healing luminescence is so bright, so brilliant, so cleansing. This healing luminescence is very close to the top of your head, so close in fact that you can feel its vibration, you can feel it, its energy, tickling the top of your scalp. Very good. Now you will allow this healing luminescence to drift down towards your feet. And as it does so, it will encompass every cell within your physical body and every millimeter in your spirit body. As it passes through, it removes any disharmony, any vibrations that you do not wish there, and restores your body to its original genetic perfection. As it drifts down through your eyes into the roof of your mouth, relaxing and restoring harmony to the large muscles in your jaw, as it drifts down through your neck and throat and into your shoulders. And as it reaches your shoulders and your upper torso, feel all the large muscles relax as any and all disharmony is removed from your spirit body, reminding the physical body of what harmony and perfection is. Feel the energy. Feel the surge of wellness. Feel your experience of health thrive in this moment as it flows down in the top of your arms, into the mid part of your chest, along your spine and the large muscles of your back as it flows into your upper abdomen, past your elbows, into your upper arms, towards your hands, towards your pelvis, towards your hip area. And allow yourself to breathe in this healing luminescence, this brilliant white healing energy. Feel your body vibrate with perfection, with harmony, with wellness. As this healing luminescence flows into your upper legs towards your knees, towards your lower legs and ankles, and into your feet and out your toes. You're now sitting completely immersed in a healing luminescence, a healing brilliance, restoring the vital energy, recharging your spirit body, fully engaging your chi, your life force, whatever you most relate to. And as your physical body begins to reflect the perfection of your spirit body, allow that harmony to vibrate effortlessly through the essence of you. Take a quick scan from the top of your head down to the soles of your feet. Notice if there's any area that needs a little extra love, a little extra TLC, a little extra attention. And if it does, direct this healing luminescence to that area and have it polish up and remove any disharmony from that area of your vibration, leaving only the essence of you. The essence of harmony. The manifestation of health, which materializes in your physical body. Notice how clear and sharp your mind is. Notice how energized and vitalized and invigorated your physical body is. And we know that it is good. And we reinforce our spiritual healing with these affirmations, affirming the progress, the work we've done. Please follow along with me. I am healthy. I feel good. I exhibit perfect wellness. I am energized. I produce right meditation. I engage in right thought. I take right actions. I cause good karma. I am greatly loved. I enjoy perfect health and well-being. And together we say, and so it is. Very good. Allow yourself to come back to now in the three-dimensional reality that we exist in. And I welcome you back. And I applaud the work you've just done for yourself. This visualization, this healing experience is something you can do every day. I prefer to do mine just before I go to sleep. And as I drift off with the affirmations still fresh in my mind, I allow the work of my healing to happen while I'm asleep. Very good. So the next part of the agenda is to give you a quick overview of the lessons that we put out this morning. And then I will open the floor for any questions that you may have about me, the church, or what's going on and how the church can best assist you and what you want to bring about this lifetime. So the lesson I put out today is in response to a question that I was asked. And the question was, how are our spirit guides and teachers assigned to us? And the word assigned just rubbed me the wrong way. And what I mean by that is having something assigned implies there is someone who does the assigning. And it also kind of reminded me of, being a problem child and being assigned and having to go see the principal and having someone having to take care of me. And what I realized is that our philosophy, my philosophy, is simply that our spirit guides and teachers are attracted to us in the simplest form of the law of attraction, which is simply like attracts like. So your spirit guides and teachers know you, like you, adore you, love you unconditionally, no matter what, and have chosen to be in your life. So they weren't assigned, they volunteered. And there's no greater act of love than having someone choose to be with you and assist you along your journey towards spiritual perfection. So that's the lesson we put out on YouTube. It's called How Are Spirit Guides and Teachers Assigned? You can watch it. It's only about 7 minutes. And leave any comments you have or questions there. The announcement is very brief. We are a volunteer and donation-driven organization. So if you would like to make a contribution to what we're doing, you can go to spirit360.org/donations, and you can make a cash contribution through PayPal, or you can share what we're doing on your social media, or you can invite a friend to join you. All of those ways help us grow and expand what we're doing with spreading spiritualism to those places where they don't have access to a spiritualist church. I'm fortunate that I ended up in Southern California, and we've got 4 spiritualist churches within less than an hour of where I live. So being spoiled with having so many options, I wanted to share a safe, welcoming place for people to explore spiritualism to see if it's the right path for their spiritual journey this lifetime through what we do here at Spirit 360 Fellowship. So having said all of that, I will open the floor. Unmute yourself if you have a question for me about the church or myself or anything I can help you with on your spiritual growth. This is not a time to ask me a message from Spirit. I'll be sharing those with you after our absence healing. Going once. I don't see anyone reaching for the mute button. Going twice. Okay, you're going to be easy on me today. Absence healing is an opportunity for you to send healing energy to friends and loved ones. And I want to differentiate absence healing from prayer. If prayer alone would heal, there would be no illness or sickness in the world. So something else is required to have our healing intentions expressed to another person. Now, if you pray for someone and they know they're being prayed for and they know it'll work. But if prayer alone worked, there absolutely would be no illness in the world. So there are 3 components to our absence healing. The first component is yours. And your job is to hold an image in your mind's eye of whomever you would like to send a healing to for 1 minute. And you want to hold that image as though you're looking at a photograph of them on their very best, happiest day. My job is to project the healing energy, and I'm going to do that. It'll be very similar to the healing energy we use during our guided healing visualization. And then the third component is asking our spirit guides and teachers to take the energy I project and send that energy to the person you image for their highest and best good, whatever that may be. It is possible to do this on your own, and you would have to do 2 jobs. You would have to project the energy as well as hold the image of the person, and then invite our spirit guides and teachers to send that energy to the person you would like to heal. So that's how we do absence healing if you request a healing from the church. Now, one very important part. Now, we're live over here. So if you're watching this live and it happens to be just a few minutes after 11 a.m. on Pacific time on Sunday, October the 11th, you're welcome to join in. If you're watching this and it's not 11 a.m. on Sunday, October the 11th, then the missing component will be me providing the energy. So it won't work if you're watching this as after we're done live. So, but you're all here live on Zoom, and anyone watching out there on the internet, which it says, I can't see. I can't see any. Oh, we got 2 people watching live on YouTube. So hopefully they can join us. So I'm going to do a brief prayer to invite our spirit guides and teachers to help. Then I'm going to say, then you'll hear the bell go off. Every time you hear the bell, which will happen once a minute, change the person to whom you are sending the healing energy. And then at the final wood clap, we will be done. So please bow your heads and relax and get ready to deliver this energy. And I invite our spirit guides and teachers to take these healing energies as projected and send them to those imaged for their highest and best good, that they may experience health, harmony, complete peace of mind, and well-being. Begin with the bell. Spirit, we thank you for your assistance in sending these healing energies to those imaged for their highest and best good. Amen. When I began my spiritual practices 30 years ago, I'm an accidental spiritualist, by the way. I never intended to be a spiritualist. I was interested in psychic and spiritual development and happened to be under the umbrella of a spiritualist church, an independent spiritualist church. I never knew anything really about healing. I knew about some of the things that Jesus did in the Bible, and it was all credited to God and his ability. And as I learned more and more and actually met Jesus a couple of times in dark circles and done some work with him, I realized that the hidden beauty, the hidden gem of spiritualism is our ability to heal, our ability to restore harmony to our physical body by connecting with our spirit body. And some of the healings that we've been able to do still touch me. And the harshest lesson for me is to remember that a person who isn't willing to be well cannot be healed, because their own mind is the creator of their experience. And from time to time I run into someone who seems to really want to be well, but their mind doesn't allow them to do what they know they need to do to be well. So thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us. And more importantly, thank you for the generosity and love that you express to your friends and loved ones through that absence healing. We now have our Spiritualist Mediumship Messages Service. This is an opportunity for me to share messages with you from your spirit guides and teachers. A couple of things about our messages. We offer your messages for your highest and best good. We are a church because the laws in the state and the laws in the land in the United States say that the churches are allowed to do the things that we do. So we're organized as a church. And part of that organization and part of our philosophy is that we can communicate with spirit. But we are also dedicated to your ability to develop your own psychic awareness, your own psychic skills, and live the life you incarnated to live this go-around to accomplish what it is you wanted to learn. So having said that, we do not focus on connecting you with your deceased friends and loved ones. There are plenty of places to do that. But rather, we focus on helping you get the information you need to walk your path with harmony towards your individual spiritual perfection or nirvana. So you can evolve spiritually and begin to thrive with a level of spiritual awareness and understanding and comprehension that makes life fun again, that has the spirit for living start to show back up, as though you were a small child. Even though for many of us, some of our childhoods weren't very fun and exciting, but we have that possibility in our minds. All right, so I'm going to offer each of you a message. When I come to you, I'm going to say, would you like a message? And you're going to go, yes. If you don't go, yes, then I won't give you a message. So I will ask your permission and you will grant that permission. And if you'd rather not receive a message, you can say no. That's absolutely appropriate. Your message is for your highest and best good. Typically, I will work with my spirit guides and teachers, and they will reach out and connect with your spirit guides and teachers and tell me what to share with you. I will let you know with whom I am working. Every now and then, I will give you my opinion or my intuitive knowing, and I'll say this is from me, to differentiate what I'm giving you from spirit. Thing about the future is not cast in stone. Many times our spirit guides and teachers will share with us something about the future. And if they give that to you, it's so you can either take actions to avoid it or take actions to bring it about. Remember, free will is absolutely in effect. And if you are forewarned about something in the future, you are forearmed to make the changes or that you need to for that event. The closer the event, the more likely it is to happen. So if I share with you something about tomorrow, it requires more radical action than if I share with something with you about the next 10 days or 2 weeks. This is a public forum. And what that means is this isn't a private reading, so more than one person is hearing the message as I'm delivering them. And many times Spirit will share a message in a way that it helps or is possible to help more than one person. So if I'm giving a message to someone else and you like what the message is, you're free to take it. They're not copyrighted. Write it in your journal and adapt it to what you're going through in your life. That is absolutely appropriate. And with that, Angela, I think I saw you first this morning. Would you like a message? Okay. All right. So I have an entity on my left. His name is Nathan. Nathan is Caucasian male, wears a black suit, white shirt, thin tie like Men in Black. And he is showing you tending to a very old, very beautiful bonsai tree. And what's interesting is you've got this bonsai tree. It's impeccable in its presentation. The pot it's in is impeccable. The moss and the scenery on the earth part you can see is impeccable. The branch or the trunk goes up and it goes off to the side, and it's just every aspect of it is impeccable. And as you look at this bonsai tree, you're looking for anything that's not impeccable. But the thing is you are looking for not impeccable, and you've kind of lost your sense of wonder at the beauty that you've created in the expression of this bonsai tree. So the message is, as you're looking at this work of art that you created yourself, and this represents your spiritual growth, your spiritual life, and some of the people you've influenced and touched over the years, allow yourself to be in a sense of wonder that you created it. Allow yourself to really get back in touch with that experience of someone seeing this beautiful creation for the first time. And allow yourself to embrace the overall experience of the creative process that you have brought about, rather than what is not that. And you're usually pretty good about it in many areas of your life, but it's just this one area he wants you to do this slight shift, this slight adjustment, and really get re-engaged in the wonderment of the beauty of what it is you've created. The tree is just, it's gorgeous. It looks like it's certainly older than you are. And it's been around for a long, long time. And whomever you trained you, whoever shared this with you, it's like you're continuing their legacy, and you're doing so brilliantly and beautifully. And I will bless you and leave you with that. Nicely done. Okay, Oscar, you're next. I think I saw you next. Would you like a message, sir? All right, your video just went off, so I can't, if you can unmute and say yes, you would like a message, or turn your video back on so you can shake your head at me. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Oscar, after, and there you go. Would you like a message, sir? Nope, you're off again.
Yes, please. I'm sorry, I'm having difficulties.
I understand. We love to hate the
message.
Yes, I will share a message with you. We love to hate Zoom. It's a miracle, but a temperamental one at best. So I will offer you a message now. All right, so the message is coming from Tao Chuan Ling. He's a Chinese priest who stands on my right-hand side. And this is a quite interesting, very simple but elaborate message. He's got you walking down a hall, and as you're walking down this hall, I'm going to mute you, so I've got some background noise coming in. So I've got you walking down this hall, and this hall is very straight, very narrow, and very brightly lit. At the end of the hall is a door. And what's interesting is you open the door just a little bit, and you kind of look through the crack in the door you just opened. And as you look through this crack, you see a scene, and the scene is an outdoor scene with a stream and 3 stepping stones to cross the stream. And as you're looking at this, you're filled with hope and you're filled with faith that if you cross the stream, it'll be worthwhile. And what Tao Chuan Ling is sharing is, if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to take on the practice, and if you're willing to allow yourself to cross the stream, and the beautiful part about crossing this stream, you don't have to cross it all at once. You got 3 beautiful stepping stones to help you guide your way. And in my realm, and this is from me, those 3 stepping stones represent right meditation, right thought, right action, which will lead you across the stream and replace hope and faith with actual skill, with actual abilities. If you're willing to do the work, you will find that many of the things that never set right, never ring true, never really agreed with you on the inside about past spiritual and religious experiences will fade away and be replaced with actual skills and abilities that you can count on when you need them. So welcome to this way of thinking. Allow yourself to really and consciously choose to step through that door or not. Because here's the beautiful thing about the way this message is being presented. You really can close the door that you've opened, turn around and walk back down the hall, and everything will work out just fine. I'm not sensing that this is like the main purpose of your life, to take a tangent down a spiritual road. But I am sensing that if it is something that you find, for me, it's like a moth to a flame. I can't ignore this flame. Anytime I hear or see or experience anything spiritual, I'm drawn towards it. Even if sometimes it doesn't feel safe, if it doesn't feel like that others would agree with it. So I'm drawn to that. So if you have that experience of being drawn to those things spiritual, now that you've kind of opened the door, step through the door. If you close the door back, it's not going to be any problem, because it doesn't feel like that's the part of your main purpose for being here this lifetime. And it can be quite fun and interesting. And with that, I will bless you and leave you with it. Okay. What else do we have? Claudia, I didn't see you joined us. Welcome. My screen only shows 3 people.
Terry.
Howdy.
Can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. My computer turned off in the middle of the meditation, and it kept turning off. I don't know why I've never done that.
I know. We love to hate this damn thing, don't we? All right. So I'll get you a message in just a moment. I didn't see you join us. So Claire, you're next. Would you like a message? Okay. So Christopher, my joy guide, is wanting to share this message with you. And he's got a mixing bowl. And the mixing bowl has a big wooden spoon in it. And you've got this box. And this box is it looks like a cake mix. And on the cake mix, it says, the box says, just add water. And in your mind, you're thinking how good it can be if it's not made from scratch. Then Christopher takes a crayon, and it's one of those big old first grade crayons. It's not the little bitty tiny crayons. It's a big crayon. And he scratches through the word water, and he writes love. And the O in the word love is a heart. And he reminds you that it's the love and the intention with which you do anything. Whether it's made from scratch or it's a box, that makes all the difference. And you, my dear, have been just adding love to so many people for so long. And that's just who you are, is a big old warm loving hug, that regardless of it being from a box instead of from scratch, it's going to turn out brilliantly, especially for the younger people around you who are really they watch everything, observe everything, and they see how you walk through life, and they just want the damn cake. They don't know the difference if it's made from scratch or if it's from a box, because you put all the pretty sprinkles on it, and you put all the little doodads and the little curlicues and all that stuff, and as long as they get an end piece that has a lot of icing, they love it. So just add love, and don't worry about any of the other stuff, because it's the love that you add that makes the difference. And the last thing that Christopher shares, and for those of you who don't know Christopher is my joy guide. He looks like Buster Brown. He's about 6.5 years old. He's got one big tooth and one empty tooth right next to it. So he's looked this way for 30 years. It's funny. The last thing Christopher wants to add is you're very generous with the one thing that matters most, which is your heart. And he goes, even if there were no cake, the love is still there. And that's what people are so desperately craving around you, and what you so wonderfully provide. And he reminds you that you forget this sometimes because you worry that it's from the box instead of from scratch. And I'll bless you and leave you with that.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Alrighty, Albert and Hanya. Let's see. I think I did Hanya first last time. So Albert, would you like a message?
Yes, please.
Okay, so NASA guy steps up very close, and he's taking the flint tomahawk and putting it in a box, and he's taking out a bronze tomahawk. And he's
sounds like a continuation of the last message.
Yeah, I know, it's brilliant. But what's interesting is there is this wonderful stainless steel tomahawk. And he reminds you that even though sometimes technology is better, connecting through the history of things from the past allow you to have a better understanding and appreciation of the technology. So he's really wanting you to work. So you worked with the flint tomahawk, and now you've got this bronze tomahawk. And he really wants you to understand the characteristics and what it's like to keep a blade on it and to work with it with such a soft metal. before you go up until you get into a stainless steel or a carbon steel weapon. And the weapon is absolutely 100% directed towards your health and well-being. And I don't think that was very clear the last time I was in your vibration. So really allow yourself to go through the processes and experience what there is to learn from the past and from history. And then when you step into the modern age and you can get into a nice carbon steel or a stainless steel, then you will appreciate what there is there. And I will bless you and leave you with that.
Yeah, thank you.
Hanya, would you like a message?
Yes, please.
Okay. I've got a huge, this is probably a 5,000 or 6,000 piece picture puzzle. And it's laid out on the table. And you've done a really good job. You turned over all the pieces so you can see the picture side and not the blank side up. And on the box you're looking at, there is this beautiful flower. I don't know from flowers, but it's a big, beautiful, big blossom flower. And it's bright, bright red. And you are busy looking for all of the bright, bright red pieces so you can make the flower first. So you want to put the flower together first on the picture puzzle because you think it's pretty. But in the process, every time you pick up a piece that's not red, you put it aside, even though you can add it to the puzzle immediately. So you're so focused on getting the red flowers, you're passing over the low-hanging fruit of things that are right there that you could go ahead and put in place. Here's a corner piece, here's a white flower, and you put the white down. So as you're going through trying to accomplish this game, this goal, this thing you're trying to bring about, allow yourself, you pick up a piece and you know where it goes, put it in place. Don't set it aside. You've done a lot of work and you've done a lot of preparation and you've done a lot of practice. And even though something may not be exactly what you think you want right now, allow yourself to implement it and go ahead and execute it as you come across it. So don't save it for later. This has to do with two areas of your life. One is with relationships and one is with your health. So this is me. This is me interpreting. If you're familiar with the phrase carpe diem, seize the day, live the day, that's what we want to do. Because when you're walking along and you see a piece of the puzzle, seize it, put it in place, get it behind you, and then continue looking for the red flower because it is going to be gorgeous once you get it all put together. It just doesn't have to be put together first before you can enjoy everything else. And I will bless you and leave you with it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And Claudia, would you like a message? So first I have to ask, how did it go last week? Okay, I can barely hear you, my dear.
The project was approved for the school. There wasn't much deliberation. I gave my speech. I was cut off. Like, I didn't really finish the entire speech, but I tried to make my most important points across. That was it.
Sorry to hear that. Well, you gave it a go, though. You gave it a go. So. All right,
Yeah.
let's see what's next. All right. So Tao Chuan Ling, the Chinese priest on my right, he's showing me, the best way I can describe it is he shows you stepping off of a small airplane. By small airplane, I mean it's like one of those airplanes that seats like 20 or 30 people, and it has 2 engines. It's not jet engines, but prop planes. And you have been scrimping and saving and planning something for a very long time, and the plane has landed and you're stepping off the plane, and it's time to enjoy what you prepared for. And the thing is, you thought that you had been, how do you want me to say that? Okay. So the image he's showing me is, you thought you were planning a trip to go down and enjoy the pyramids down in Mexico. And your heart is set on seeing the pyramids down in Mexico. And you've worked really hard and saved and worked and scrimped and done everything you can to go down and see the pyramids in Mexico. And he reminds you there's so much more to see in Mexico than just the pyramids. He doesn't want you to be disappointed and overlook everything else that's not the pyramids in Mexico. So you've done a lot of work and you've done a lot of things, and it didn't turn out exactly the way you wanted it to, but you've prepared yourself quite nicely for a couple of different things that are open. The doors have opened for a couple of different things, and you've known about these for a long time, but it's just you've been so busy you haven't paid attention to them. So this week I want you to really quiet your mind, reorient your energy, your effort, and your attention. Take some notes in your notebook and really allow yourself to see what else there is to enjoy besides just these pyramids down in Mexico. I've got some beautiful flowers. I've got some wonderful food, and some really nice people that are all right there available to you, in addition to what you kind of set your heart on and what the direction you were going. So really use this time to regroup and really see what you're going to do with your energy, attention, and effort moving forward. And I think you'll be most surprised at what is there within arm's length that you haven't been paying attention to because you've been so preoccupied planning the trip to see the pyramids in Mexico. And I will bless you and leave you with that. Okay, so I think that's everybody. Excellent. So take a deep breath. And as we begin to wrap up our service, I want you to look at what you want to bring about this next week. What is it that you want to experience? So this time next Sunday, what will be true then that is not true now? And allow yourself to set the intention. Set your direction and open your mind to receiving Spirit's help, and more importantly, your own intuitive knowing, and accomplishing and bringing about what it is that's important for you this week. And as you allow yourself to walk forward, remember that as you open your eyes and truly see, open your ears to truly hear, open your minds to comprehend, and most importantly of all, open your hearts to give and receive love freely, that your effort to walk your path becomes effortless, because you are aligned with who you are while you're here and where you're going, and allowing yourself to be guided by what you know to be true rather than what appears to be true through the outward senses. And together we say, and so it is. And I will leave you with this one last reminder that spiritual is as spiritual does. So thank you all very much for joining us. I hope you found it interesting and worth your time. And I appreciate any feedback you've got for us, and all my love. And I hope to see you back again soon. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. See you next time.